This suburban streetscape in Auckland's Onehunga is where Auckland's next rail revolution will rumble through. It's been on the plans for 70 odd years, and a handful of Kiwi rail planners are giving me a tour of the 11-kilometre route.
It's been on the books forever for most people living here, and I think there was a view that, and it will never happen, and we've got to get that view correct. It will happen.
This is where it'll go. It starts at the Southern line at Southland and cuts through the industrial area at Te Pāpapa, where there'll be a new station. From here it cuts across the current Onehunga line through a residential area to a new Onehunga station. It winds its way up past Onehunga High School, through some paddocks past Bunnings, and follows the western motorway to a new station at Mount Roskill, where there are 3 schools. It hugs the motorway for another kilometre or so to the final new station at Wesley, before it cuts over the top of the Waterview Tunnel to join up with the Western Line at Avondale. Here is the view from above. We can see it significantly boosts Auckland Metro's network and opens up a huge part of the city to rapid rail transit, as well as allowing freight trains to bypass the busy central city network.
The predominant use of this line will be routine passenger services. Freight will be an important user of it, but by far the greatest frequency will be passenger trains. In fact, if it was just a freight bypass, I'm not sure it would ever really get off the ground.
The terrain will provide a challenge. This is Kiwi rail land just above Onehunga High School. The topography is hilly, the gradient relatively steep, and would require significant earthworks.
We had some very wise predecessors. They bought enough land for us to gradually curve our way up. There's a lot of earth to move, but there's a lot of cut to do, and a lot of fill to do. So moving it around, we've got to work through that, and the build will be disruptive.
This is the view from the summit of Mount Roskill. The lines would run parallel to the motorway here. On the other side, it would ease congestion. It would open up all of these houses to a new way of getting around.
If you're going to develop a city in Auckland, there's only one corridor running east-west in Auckland, and we're standing on it. No others are possible.
While the corridor is designated as rail, there's a lot of work to do, like clearing native trees, building bridges over streams, or extending existing overbridges, and it cuts across 27 roads. And it'll cost a bomb.
It's in the billions of dollars for development. But when you look at the benefits, and you look at it as a passenger railway rather than a freight railway, and you look at having a station close by and the intensification of the urban environment, and fixing some of the sort of infrastructure issues in Auckland, then it's got legs.
And money well spent. That's not the only problem though. While the government's put it on the fast track for consenting and has put $3.9 million towards that, there's no money allocated to actually building it.